Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Elias and welcome back to Agrarian Skies 2. In the last episode, we were working with Thaumcraft, I do believe. What were we doing last time? I don't actually remember. We were working with some quests, I believe. Oh, we were doing all the wand core stuff. That's right, we were doing all that stuff, which required us to get into Botania a little bit to help with that. Nothing too major with that, just kind of a little bit of crafting work to do, and nothing too major. Between episodes, I did go ahead and, as you can see, I kind of finished the building a little bit. There's still going to be one more floor, and we'll get that taken care of and built here soon. I went ahead and I put a dense cable. This guy does not go directly down to the controller. These crafting terminals do not connect to dense cable. So the dense cable is actually going around and it snakes around a little bit, but it works and that's all that matters. So we have more channels up there. I went ahead and told the system to make some more 4K and coprocessors so that we can get a little bit more auto crafting going. Does this come all the way over here? No, it does not. So we might have to, let's see, break that. And we'll want to get some more torches in here. Just make sure everything's nice and lit and whatnot. But we should be able to break this guy. And honestly, should be able to steal this. We can put another crafting storage with some coprocessors and then another one right here. 4K with coprocessors, and I just need one more cable. And then what we'll end up doing is, I guess we can just do this. And there's no issue. Alright, so Amy glass cable. Let's put away like most of these torches. Whenever I build and like break torches, I hate getting those like additional ones. It's just a minor annoyance, but all in all, there we go. We have more crafting storage and why is that not working? So that one's offline. That's offline. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. We need to do a little bit of work with this. So I need some cable anchors. So I believe what we need is the Certus knife and aluminum. I believe works just fine. And what we need to do is we need to isolate some of this stuff, because what's happening is basically we have 32 channels here, but it hits this guy and doesn't like that. So what we need to do is put cable anchors all around this, except for one spot, and we'll just do it on the side because that'll be nice and easy, and that should activate everything. So essentially what we'll have is there are now 3 channels coming off of here, and this is using 10 channels in total, which that's what we want. So I didn't know if I needed those cable anchors or not, but looks like I did. So not a problem. We just cover this back up and everything looks nice again. Cool. So with that taken care of, today what we're going to be working on is we're going to be trying to get some Silverwood Saplings. So we had a Silverwood tree before, but when we chopped it down, it didn't give us any more saplings. So what we need to do is we need to make more Silverwood Saplings. And there is a crafting recipe for it. We're out of them completely. So hopefully the next tree will give us the saplings. Now between episodes, I did go ahead and I made savant bees. So we have lore fragments. I also have another genetic template that is literally just for fertility, so that we can get more bees. Now I also have the scholarly bees, so we have plenty of lore fragments, which that will make a bunch of knowledge fragments, which we can then use to get a ton of research points very quickly, very easily, and that's pretty much all there is to it. So what we're gonna do is we need to get there is this research right here, Silverwood Saplings. So I am currently smelting up a lot of stuff to try to get enough aspects and research and all that kind of stuff to be able to do this. It looks like we have the arbor, and then we need 64 crystal, which are almost there. That is what's currently being burnt up. We need more magic, which we're going to get here soon. And permutatio, we have just enough. So we have everything we need to make this. Greatwood saplings, Salus mundus, diamond blocks, all of that's not too bad. The problem is we also need ethereal blooms, and that is a much bigger problem than you might think. So let's grab a greatwood sapling. Let's grab the Salus mundus. You know what, let's go ahead and make one more of those, just to be safe. And yeah, we'll go ahead and put this stuff in here. So that is the prep to do crafting. Now the Ethereal Bloom is the problem. First of all, we need shimmer leaf. Let's just add that to the list. Ethereal Bloom. That's not how you spell ethereal. So this guy is Shimmerleaf with Magic, Herba, Sano, and Vidium. In other words, Taint. This is the hard thing to get, because unless you have a Tainted World, there's not really that many ways to get Taint. You can get it from this stuff, but it is a random chance. So whether or not you go for that is kind of up to you. But something I want to look around in is in the Forbidden Magic tab. There is tainted stuff down here. Now, we need more Vidium for all of this anyways, so that is not too bad to get. Now let's go ahead and get the Tainted Stone. So unfortunately, we can't really get taint shards without getting more taint. So there's a loss. Tainted tree. So more herba and more taint. Most plants, but you found a way to grow one that can. Seeping sapling and taint, you can create a tree that so tainted logs, which give you hex coal. I don't know if that stuff is good or not. So we might want to look into that. And one of the big things that we need to really kind of look at is trying to get more taint shards. So there is, yeah, we just need to get more of that aspect. Now there is another way we can do it. So let's get a cauldron. And a piece of niter. And what we're going to do is we're going to try to overfill a cauldron. And I've heard that this, or rather is it still called a cauldron? Crucible. Now I've heard that this is a way to get to get taint, because in another series I'm doing, Feed the Beast Infinity, I'm having issues trying to make these ethereal blooms. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna fill this up, And we're going to throw in... Ooh, we got blurred vision. Yuck. We're going to throw in as much stuff as we can. Now, do we have a safari net? We do. Cool. So, what's something that we can throw in that has a decent amount of stuff? I know. How about iron? How about we just look up ingots? And we have a ton of ferrous. We also have a ton of lead. You know, we have a lot of silver. We're getting a lot of silver from our stuff over here. So let's just throw in, I don't know, a stack of silver. And see if that makes anything. And I think this has a chance to spawn a slime. And that is what we're trying to get. You know, let's make it so it can't really spread all that much. And see if that does what I want to. Hey, it did. So there is a Thaumic slime. So can we capture the Thaumic slime? We certainly can. And if we kill them, we get tainted goo. And that will give us taint. That is perfect. Alright, we need to clear that out. It's going to cause such a big mess. But I don't really care. So we're just gonna the tainted goo dissolved. I can't place blocks there. This might be bad. Let's see. Sand. Will this work? Nope. How about that? Nope. Buckets. Can we scoop this up? Nope. I didn't think this one through. So this is liquid taint. And what we could probably do actually is... Will it flow? Yes, but not really. Alright, we can get rid of that. And now we can get rid of that. So it's just too thick, I guess, for us to be able to do anything with. So let's just kind of try to clean this up. We now have access to tainted goo. And that means actually a lot of good things. So that will allow us to get taint kind of as needed. And that means basically as much stuff as we want. Ethereal Blooms, Tainted Shards, anything like that. Alright, cool. So that's all cleaned up. We just need to clean this up a little bit. And we have an extra cauldron down, but that's kind of whatever. So with that taken care of, let's come down here and let's summon in a bunch of these guys. Now there is something bad about these. So these little slimes aren't too terrible, except when they spawn bigger ones. They also like to reform. And let's grab all this tainted goo. And hopefully we can get back here before it expires. We're going to throw that in there. So that will give us a good bit of Vidium, 12 in total. We're going to need, half a stack. So we're going to need a lot more of those. So let's just get these guys spawning again. We'll kill more. And honestly, what we're going to do is we're going to switch back to our other armor so we can get rid of this noise. I hate that noise. It's one of the worst things about that armor. But the Thaumic slimes, they like to reform into larger slimes. They kind of congeal together, and that can be a little bad, but not terrible usually. But it does allow you to get overwhelmed by them. They also leave those particles around, which is kind of weird. So we'll just throw more of this stuff in there. So that's a good bit of Vidium. If we need more, we'll kind of look at it as we go. So Ethereal Blooms come from Shimmerleaf. So in order to get Shimmerleaf, we can get the Shimmerleaf seeds, which we actually can't. Or we throw poppies in with some magic herbo and permutatio, which I really need to figure out a better way to get that. Permutatio is used for a lot of things, but unfortunately, other than Quicksilver, which we can get from sifting, or we can smelt up cinnabar ore, which there's not really a good way to get this stuff. So there's got to be another way to get permutatio. Copper is what I've been using. Hoppers are good, but they don't give you much. Mirrored glass requires Quicksilver, so that's not very good. Semi-stable nuggets aren't bad. Actually, Division Sigil, we don't have many uses of it. We'll have to power it up. But unstable ingots could be a good way to go with that. Because diamonds are plentiful now. So that's an idea. Otherwise, currently we don't have anything that's good. Cursed Earth has a little bit of permutatio, but eggs used to be the best way, but they don't have that anymore. Which is a shame, but copper I think it is. So we're going to get another stack of copper here at the end. And we need poppies. We have exactly one. So we're going to need some bone meal. And we're going to need some grass. Let's just go ahead and take one piece. Let's get a watering can. And we'll make a little bit of a grass area. I would do it to that, but at the same time, I don't want to have to deal with too many mobs. So what we'll do is just kind of one of these. So we'll put this guy down. And we'll spread it out decent ways. Alright, that should be good enough. And then what I'll end up doing is I'll go ahead and put Silk Touch on my shovel, just to make things easier. So let's just kind of get some grass here, and we'll get some poppies. It shouldn't be too difficult to do this. And that will allow us to get Shimmerleaf, which is an alchemy ingredient, but also gives you Quicksilver. It's not the best way to get Quicksilver, because it probably costs more. Let's see. Shimmerleaf costs 4 permutatio, and you can get Quicksilver, which will give you 2. So yeah, it's not very good for getting Quicksilver. It actually costs more than it takes, but or rather, yeah, it costs more than it gives. There we go. So there's some poppies. We're gonna need at least 4. We'll probably get a few more than that, but this will work for now. I don't know if there's a better way to get poppies. Actually, let's see. Recipe. Mana infusion. And that's it. Okay. Fair enough. Agricraft should be able to, but I believe that it's bugged. I haven't checked in this map, which this is a different version of a lot of the mods, but than some of the other maps that I play. But I do know that Agricraft has been kind of bugged. You should be able to shear stuff like that, stuff like the mystical flowers, to get access to. There we go. There's a lot of poppies. To get access to the actual flowers instead of the petals that they drop, but that's been bugged for a while. So I doubt that works. Something to try later, but right now I think we have enough poppies. Let's just do one more. And real quick, let's go ahead and put Silk Touch on our shovel, and then we will pick up that grass before mob spawn and go from there. So yeah, we got 11. We're gonna do 5. We'll do 6. Why not? So to get Silk Touch, we need a Silky Jewel. Silky Jewel is like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. So the only question is, do we have any modifiers remaining? We have exactly 1, so let's just put Silk Touch on there, and now we can pick up all this grass and call it a day. So the plan is we are going to go ahead and try to make these Silverwood Saplings. I'm going to let those grow between episodes, but hopefully we can get a bunch of saplings from it, at least 1, preferably 2 or 3. I don't really see us needing all that much Silverwood in this map, but if we do, it would be nice to have it. So that's kind of the plan. So let's get some alchemy done, and we should be able to just come down here. And it already has everything. We'll cancel the thaumium. And let's go ahead and make the shimmer leaf. And that's going to require a bunch of materials. Is this still working? Yes. Let's get some more charcoal to put into it. Which is something I actually did before I started cooking all this stuff to get all this essentia. So yeah, we should have a bunch of shimmerleaf now. We're gonna throw those on the ground and actually wear the armor so that we can scan it. Cool, so we should have everything we need for this infusion. So, oh no, wait, we have to turn those into Ethereal Bloom still. So that is a little bit more tricky. We're going to need more magic and stuff like that. Now we're also going to want an iron ingot so that we can make thaumium again. So we're going to make 5 of these just to be safe. And that's going to use up a lot of stuff. So we'll cancel that out. We'll put those in and do that. So the other question is, do we have any Sano? Sano is usually received from potions and milk. Fresh milk would be the best because that stacks decently. So let's get 4 buckets of milk, and we'll just come down here. And can we make fresh milk? And this is tedious, but it works, so who cares? We'll get we'll need more than a stack. but that's fine. This should not be too much of a problem. So there's a stack. Let's get a little bit more. And that should be enough for now. So we need to put this stuff at the beginning so it gets processed. And if I need more of that kind of stuff, what we can do is we can set up a crafter to just go ahead and do that. Or cyclic assembler, I guess is what they're actually called, but whatever. That will automatically do that, and it'll be good. So while we're waiting for that, let's go ahead and take a look at what else we can do. So tree capacitator, the axe of the stream, is something that we need to make. So let's go ahead and take a look at the axe of the stream. And how bad is it to make this? Oh, that's easy. So we need a thaumium axe, some water, and arbor. We have all of that. So we just need a thaumium axe. So we just need some thaumium and sticks. So there's a thaumium axe. I do want to go ahead and scan that. And then 2 water shards and a diamond plus great wood. So piece of great wood, water shards times 2, and a diamond. And this is a pretty easy infusion, so let's go ahead and get this taken care of. Water shard, great wood log, thaumium axe in the middle, and I believe we have everything, so this should be pretty easy. And we'll make the axe of the stream. So this axe allows you to chop down trees completely and entirely very quickly. However, we have Tinker's construct, so we don't really need to worry about anything like that. We can make a lumber axe, and it does the same thing. However, this is a really cool weapon nonetheless. It's just not one that we'll use. So we'll get a thaumium sword. I want the reward bag, and that didn't unlock anything else. So, dang it. Ooh, it's an epic. We got a mystery safari net. Let's go ahead and... Ooh, an ocelot. Let's go ahead and capture this guy. I don't know if he'll be useful, but we have an ocelot now. So with that taken care of, how are we with the Ethereal Blooms? It's working on it. So it is currently making, getting the Sano, and we'll get the Ethereal Bloom soon enough. So while that is doing its thing, what's another quest we can do? So there is a bunch of wand caps. Let's go ahead and look at the mana steel caps, because I think these will be easy enough to make. So mana steel, the mana steel wand caps, the inert ones, we don't know how to make yet, so we need to research that. It's going to be in Forbidden Magic, and right here it is. So easy enough, and it's just some mana steel nuggets with a bunch of aspects in arcane crafting. Easy enough to do. We just need some mana steel. Do we have any? Yes. We need 2 pieces. And just come over here. So 1 and 2. So that should be that quest. We're going to get a mana steel cap. Now, if we want to actually activate these, I believe all it said we need to do is just throw them into a mana pool, and then we get them. So that's taken care of. There's also the Elementium cap, which I don't believe we have access to yet. No, do we have any Elementium? We have a little bit, so we might have access to this. Let's go ahead and see. Why don't we have the research for that? I don't know, but let's go ahead and scan the Mana Steel caps. Nothing can be learned from them. I think they got picked up and, yep, placed into the system. That's fine. That's whatever. It's something that happens. So, do we have the Ethereal Blooms yet? We have 3. Let's go ahead and throw them on the ground. Cool. So that is a bunch of stuff. What are they waiting for? Sano. Did I not have enough? It takes 16 each. Did I not have enough stuff? Okay, it's in the system now. It's probably just going very slowly. I've had this issue before, where if you like run out of stuff, it doesn't want to try again. Maybe breaking that and then resetting it will, whoops, will help. Otherwise, we'll have to take it out and put it in manually, which is not that big of a deal. Probably something I should have access to regardless, just to kind of make sure. But let's go ahead and grab an essentia tube. And do we have... That's Vicus. Sano. Let's get some glass files. And there's 16. And I'll slowly get the rest. So what we'll do is we'll just come down here. Pop that guy right there. Essentia tube. And it should... Or is it... Ooh, it's out of magic. That's what it is. So let's take this back. And we need to get some more magic into our system. Let's take this out for the time being. We can go ahead and dump those back. Yeah, we're completely out of magic. So magic is something we need anyways. So having a lot of that would be really good. Nether wart is good for that. Blaze rods are really good. All the shards are decent. Nether stars would be good, but I don't really want to do that. No Najar, yeah, that would be good. Let's see, Salus Mundus has a good bit, whereas balance shards don't really require anything. So, for now, let's take 2 stacks of Ender Pearls. And I'm going to go ahead and just kind of skip over that. And let's actually get even more Ender Pearls. Let's get like 3 more stacks. That'll be a lot of magic. It'll also be a lot of alienness and Eider, but that's fine. So, do we have any more Ethereal Blooms? Of course not. We just need 1 more. And I heard it go off. So now we have our 4 Ethereal Blooms, but we need more magic in order to get the sapling. So we'll have to wait for that. But anyways, we have a greater reward bag. The nutmeg sapling. That's okay, I guess. So with that taken care of, we have everything for the Silverwood Saplings, except we need more magic, and we probably need more Praecantatio. Let's see, or Permutatio. Magic is Praecantatio. Arbor we're fine on, and Vitreous we are good on. So we just need a little bit more Permutatio and Praecantatio, and we can do those. So while we're waiting, let's see what else we can get into. Relay race, V relay charge. So that should not be too bad to make. What is it actually called? V's charge relay. I was just a little dyslexic there. So we don't know how to make that yet. We have to research it. It is in thaumaturgy. We need some more aurum. How much magic do we have? We have a good bit of magic. We need more void. And get some of that. And there we go. So how do we make it? It is 2 greatwood rods, iron, and V relay. Ew. So the greatwood rods, those aren't bad at all. It's just greatwood. And there we go. We're going to get a node in a jar and another relay. So that's nice. And the node has everything, which is also really nice. We're going to throw those away. We're going to throw him on the ground so we can scan him. And there we go. So with that taken care of, does that unlock anything else? It probably does. Let's see. What else can we do? What else looks promising? There is the Greatwood Staff core. And that's going to give us a Frost 1 focus. So Greatwood Staff core is pretty easy, actually. So let's go ahead and make that. The Greatwood Staff core is 2 Greatwood rods. So 2 of these. And then a Primal Charm. Which would not surprise me if we already had one. We don't, but it's just something like this. And there we go. Oh, we did actually. Alright, cool. So that was a nice, easy quest. And we got a Frost 1 focus, which is nice. This isn't particularly difficult to make, but it's nice to have, nonetheless. So did that unlock something? It did. Dreamy Staff. Dreamwood Staff Core. Which is probably something we need to research. We don't have access to it yet. So let's do some thaumaturgy research. So Silverwood Staff Core. Just get all of these. And including the bone, which is going to give us warp. And that's not bad. We'll get the other 1 caps. And there's this Dreamwood Staff Core. We need more magic. So that should be enough. And then Elementium caps, we need more air and magic. So let's get the magic first. We need like 12. Cool, there we go. And we should have a ton of lore fragments now. We have 53 plus these guys don't give any. So let's actually take the automation out. So that is 13 knowledge fragments. We can just get a ton of aspects very quickly. And did I put the lore fragments in here? Technically it's a B product, so we're going to put it in there. And for now we're going to put that in there. So now we should be able to get the Dreamwood Staff Core and the Elementium caps. Let's see if that one's pretty easy. Do we need 1 or 2 of those for this? We need 2. So Elementium. We don't have much of this, so I'm gonna have to go sparingly, but this is more than enough. 1 and 2. Can we scan these? Don't think so. But that is the quest. And that was easy enough. I'm not going to worry about making them or anything like that. We'll worry about that later if we want to. But we have a legendary reward bag, which gave us, a bound pickaxe. That is incredibly dangerous. It can absolutely destroy our entire base. Very easily, too. So I'm going to probably stay away from that. Now we also need to make the Dreamwood Staff, which is a dragonstone with some Dreamwood rods. So do we have... We do not have much Dreamwood. And I'm going to guess it's something like this. No. I want to see how this works. So... Dreamwood rod is a silent Dreamwood rod. Ew. That's not fun. Didn't we have to make those? Is that what we had to make? We had to make something very similar. That was for the living wood rod. Okay, so we'll worry about that later. On top of that, we have any dragon stones? We have a few dragon stones. We'd have to open the portal up again. I don't really feel like doing that right now. So how are we doing for everything? Permutatio. Let's see, magic, we are getting a good bit. Let's go ahead and put like 16 of that in there. And I'll just keep this on me until we get everything. So with that taken care of, we're unlocking a lot of this stuff. Void jars, Brain in the jars. Let's see, what can we get? Redstone V reader. Alright, that's probably something we're gonna have to, whoops, we're gonna have to research. Yes, and it's automagy, so it is in, let's see, this tab. We just have to find it. Go there, right there. So we need aura, magic, and census. Alright, magic. Census. We're out of air again. Do we have any more lore fragments? We have a few. Are you done? You are. Okay, cool. So we'll just put the stuff in here. Grab the lore fragments. Gives us a bunch of research points. And is that enough to get everything? We just need a little bit more to get a little bit more census. So we'll have to wait on that one. What else is there? The tallying storage tally box. This is from... looks like witching gadgets, if I had to guess. Nope, it's also automagy. Oh, right there it is. And that just requires some more census. So we need air. Alright, well. Is this almost done? So once this is done, we'll be able to make the Silverwood Saplings, and that's the goal for this episode. It's taken so much longer, but for good reason. So let's see, what else is there? So there's also Flux Scrubber, which will give us some flux goo. That is something we could probably do. That's going to be in Thaumaturgy. I think... No, it's going to be in Alchemy. What am I talking about? There is Bottled Taint. I don't think that's useful. Artifice, maybe? Yes, here it is. We already have the research. So, Arcane Bellows. Alright, none of that's actually that difficult. So, let's get the Flux Scrubber. And what do we need to make? We need to make most of it. Okay, Arcane Stone bricks are easy enough. Arcane Bellows are also pretty easy. And what's in the middle? We need a V filter. So ideally we do it that way, but we don't have any silverwood. Oh, yes we do. It's much better to use silverwood than anything else. So there is some V filters. And there we go. There's the Flux Scrubber, which for some reason I dropped immediately. But hey, we can scan it. And there's the quest. We'll get some flux goo, which I don't really care about. Is this not done yet? I know it takes forever because of the... Okay, it is done with that, and it's doing the ender pearls now. So we should have... why do we not have enough permutatio? Is it still... It's probably still cycling through. So that's... It should have enough in there. We'll see soon enough. So let's get rid of that. And... Do we have any more lore fragments yet? There's 3, 5. Is this enough air? Looks like we got 2 air. So we need census. And we should be able to get both of the researches. So Tallybox, V Reader, and we need Void and Census. We don't have any more air. So at the very least, we can make the V Reader, which is not too bad to do. Let's go ahead and make this. So we'll need... We just need to get a red crystal, which is throwing in redstone. Let's get like... how much crystal? We have 184. That is more than enough. So great. Let's kill these guys. Oh hey, cool. I one-shot them. I don't see any more, so we just have the thick fog. Did it not make any more of these? Oh, we ran out of Vitrium. So we need to summon more of these guys. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. Do we have any more lore fragments yet? We do. Alright, so we have a bunch of these guys now. Let's just kill them, get the goo. And it's not much goo, but it should be enough to go ahead. Oh my god, whenever this fog wants to leave, it can. So do we have enough permutatio? We have 6, 7, 8. We'll just do that and hope for the best. So can we get the copper in there first? There we go. Alright, so that made everything. We cancel out of that. We can put half a stack of this stuff in there. I want to make red crystal. That should be very quick. And we'll have plenty of red crystal. We can make the stuff we want and go from there. So, hopefully we can get everything else we need relatively soon with the essentia. But red crystal. Have I scanned these before? Yeah. And there is the V reader. So we just scan it because why not, and throw it in here because I don't plan on using it. But that is going to give us a bunch of stuff. Rune obsidian. How is that stuff made? We don't have access to it yet. Do we see? Do we see anything? We need more air. That is basically all we're missing for any of this. So, that'll be done soon enough. Do we have 64 magic yet? No, we're getting close. Okay, there's the permutatio. we have more lore fragments yet? So I can get some more air. It's raining, so they're not going to work. Dang it. Okay, so we'll worry about that later. What do we want? Let's just go with the reward bag. Golem inhibitor. That's something to scan. And dense red crystal is also something to scan. And then we have a greater reward bag. So the greater reward bag is crop sticks, which is kind of nice actually. I don't really care about the hand rake, but the crop sticks is nice. So hopefully here in a couple of minutes we'll have everything available so that we can start working on getting the Silverwood Sapling and go from there. Hopefully once we get that, I wasn't anticipating it taking so long with the crucible, the alchemical furnace rather. But once we have access to all of this, do we have the magic yet? We're at 47. So we have plenty of vitreous, we have plenty of arbor. We just need a little bit more magic, and we'll get there. So this is probably full of everything else. And unfortunately we only have 2 arcane alembics. Just the way it is. We could add another. How bad would that be? So do we have an import? Essentia import. I don't think the alembic actually is the slow point. Because if it was, we'd see like a backup of stuff. But we don't. So yeah. It's not that. Hey, there's the air. We can get the crystalline brains. And that's it for now. So, there is a bunch of stuff here. Inventory tracking. Don't really care about that kind of stuff. Just kind of completing quests. We've gotten a lot of quests done. There's still plenty more to do. We still need to get 2 Silverwood Saplings. And hopefully we get 1 from this. So once we have the magic, let's go ahead and get the thing set up. So, Greatwood Sapling in the middle. Ethereal Blooms. 2, 3, 4. Diamonds and Salus Mundus. So not a bad, like, all the ingredients aren't terrible. We just need a little bit more magic. I wish I could figure out, maybe, this is something I haven't really understood, is how do these go if it is, okay, they're attached, so that is actually how it's supposed to work. We could make another set. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's see, planks. We can get, let's just do a ton of wood, and then we want the Arcane Bellows, and we have to do this recipe because of the way it works. And what are we missing? Leather, rotten flesh, and how do we turn this back into leather? What's the easiest way? Alchemical chemistry set, that, or crucible crafting. Okay, so it looks like easiest way is gonna be to just go ahead and, do we even have that? We don't have that, do we? So let's get buckets of water and flint. And we'll get, actually we need more rotten flesh than that. So let's just keep most of this. I want to get rid of this rain. I'm going to need to make a balcony, by the way, for this house, because I like flying in and just sleeping rather than having to walk all the way around. But what we're going to do is we're going to make some another set of Arcane Bellows, and hopefully by then we'll have all the magic done, and we'll be able to make the saplings and go from there. So that's the plan. Hopefully we can get to work. So that it takes it a second. So there's 3 leather. We can go ahead and get Arcane Bellows. We'll set these up down here in front. And hopefully with all of those going, it'll be decently fast. And do we have the magic yet? We do. Alright, cool. We can start this in fusion. So this is only going to give us 1 sapling, by the way. If we want another one, we'll have to do it again. So I'm going to keep an eye on that. And honestly, it shouldn't be terrible. But once we get this crafting done, I'm going to plant the Silverwood Sapling. I'm going to wait for it to grow. And next episode, we'll probably end up doing more Thaumcraft. I don't know for sure. I think we might take a break from Thaumcraft and start working on some other stuff. Honestly, we'll see. Thaumcraft is kind of the main thing we need to work on. But maybe we'll go look at some other quest lines and whatnot and see what we can do and all that kind of fun stuff. But it's probably going to be more Thaumcraft. Apologies if you're not a big fan of it, but that is a majority of what this mod pack kind of focuses on. But anyways, we should probably be able to get access to all this stuff. And apologies if you can hear a ooh, what did you just destroy? You destroyed some Salus Mundus. Luckily, I'm ready for that. You haven't destroyed anything else, so that's good. It typically doesn't destroy stuff, which is nice. It typically just knocks it off, but that one, it actually just flat out destroyed it. So it should be getting close. Oh my gosh, it still has so much left to do. Oh, it's doing all the arbor now. This is gonna take a while. Also, I was looking at the actual, like, scanning the runic matrix, and that confused me. I should make a pair of goggles of revealing that are normal. Explosions, yeah, I know, it's a dangerous infusion. It's gonna be like that. But hopefully we can get Silverwood Saplings, get a plurality of them from this one that we're making currently, because I don't want to have to do this again. But if I do, I'm not going to do it on camera. I'm not going to put you guys through this again. So yeah, there's plenty of other stuff for us to do infusion-wise. We still need to infuse a cow. That is something that's really weird to me, and I don't know how it works. We'll figure it out though. It'll be something good. So this should be getting close. This should start sucking up items any second now. There goes the Salus Mundus. There goes the first Ethereal Bloom. First diamond block. Second Ethereal Bloom. Salus Mundus. Next Ethereal Bloom. Diamond block should be next, I believe. And then the last Ethereal Bloom. And then we'll have our Silverwood Sapling. Yay! Which we've never actually scanned. So let's throw it on the ground and scan it. It doesn't really have much, but what we can do is we can go ahead and plant it and hope for the best. So I think I'm going to go ahead and end the episode off here. This episode's gone a little longer than I'd like it to, but oh well. We still have a lot of stuff to do, and we need 2 saplings in order for this quest to be completed. It is going to give us a 3rd, so that's nice. And then these 2 quests should be pretty quick to knock out. So what we'll probably end up doing is a lot of Thaumcraft next time, and go from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!